Good afternoon, mommies! Kamusta naman kayo today? I hope all of you are doing well and thanks for joining us. For our Koko Krunch session, we have a show and tell with our very special guest mommy. Siyempre, para naman ma-share din namin sa inyo how we can make learning easier for our children. Actually, one of the biggest problems of our kids pagdating sa kanilang school at home ay yung kanilang concentration. Siyempre, pagdating sa mga classes nila, di ba? And since nasa bahay lang sila, napakarami rin talaga nilang distractions throughout the day. That's why we will be sharing tips and advice on how to make the environment at home conducive for better learning. Siyempre, lahat naman tayo talagang bago sa experience na to. So like me, actually, we've been homeschooling for 3 years na. Ito yung pictures namin before the pandemic. So, even if my kids are homeschooled, nanibago pa rin po sila because syempre, yung mga outdoor activities nila, yung mga extracurricular activities, and here, kasi our kids still have to present to the teachers sa headquarters ng homeschool, and we cannot do that. We had to adjust din sa online. And here's Kayla, syempre, kinailangan niyang masanay sa mga online classes din. Because she also has a tutor, maliban pa sa pagtuturo ko sa kanya yun. So yan, pagkita nyo, knockout din siya na pagod. That's her taking a nap. And of course, here's Kayla eating her favorite breakfast, Koko Krunch, and while reading one of her favorite books. So ganun talaga, we really had to adjust a lot. Especially kasi hindi naman natin in-expectong nangyari sa atin, di ba? So now let me introduce to you a very special guest, Ginger Arboleda.
Hi, Danica! Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So, super excited ako for this show and tell today. Kasi alam mo naman, more than ever, no, tayong mga mommies, we need to stick together. Kasi kakaiba nga yung mga nangyayari ngayon, Danica.
Yes, nako. Anyway, I'm so happy na you were able to join us today, Ginger. Alam kong marami kang baon na na kwento sa atin.
Oo, may bag ako. Na kwento. Ayan.
Okay, so I'm sure meron kang mga kwento din, 'di ba, with Zika. How old is Zika na?
Yes, okay. So Zika is actually in grade 2, no? So ayan, that's her picture. So yes, thank you so much. Si Kayla din, so pretty. Ang laki na niya. Ayan. So before the pandemic, so we used to bring her talaga to school, and a lot has changed, no? Kasi right now, I heard that you were homeschooling. Si Zika naman, she's distance learning. So she's still enrolled in school, no? And she talks to her teachers online. So ganun yung naging parang namin ngayon, routine namin ngayon.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Ayan. So that's her with her dad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yan yung mga times na nagre-relax siya kasi alam mo namang yung mga Zoom calls niya halos buong araw. And we need her to relax as well, diba? And ayan, yan kami. So ang napansin ko lang, no, siguro Danica, just to share with our audience, when the pandemic started, I tried to observe her first. And nakita ko, she's a kinesthetic learner pala. Malikot siya. Like, when she moves around, that's how she learns. So, pansinin natin mga mommies, yung mga anak natin. Baka, hindi, para alam natin na kung kinesthetic learner sila, kung auditory, di ba? So pansinin natin how they actually learn in school. So, ang ganda nun kasi parang nakikilala nating mabuti yung mga anak natin.
That's true. Actually, talaga, agree ako dyan sa sinabi mo di ba? And since nga bago itong experience na to, sa atin lahat, di ba? We didn't know naman na ito magkakaroon ng pandemic, but we were able to adjust to this sinasabi nga nilang new normal, di ba? And like you were able to discover that Zika is a kinesthetic learner. So, ano pa yung mga ibang may stories ka pa ba about sa mga, baka may iba ka pang kwento or iba pa kayang na-discover sa kanya, sa learning style niya?
Nako, ang dami, no? So one of the things is, just recently, meron kaming Parent Teachers Conference, PTC, Kasi 'di ba normally dati sa school they invite
Yes,
you
to
to
go
go to
there.
school. Yes. Ngayon naman Zoom call na kami, 'di ba? So like everyone else. So we talked to yung mga teachers niya and we realized
Yeah.
that Ika pala, she thrives in this kind of setup. Ang gusto
Oh.
niya, okay, she's the type of person kasi when you get to know her, hindi man mahiyain pero tahimik lang siya. So
Parang ano pa siya yung, ano tawag doon, nakikiramdam muna.
Yes, ganyan siya. Nako, ganyan na ganyan. So nakikiramdam muna. And then after a while when she gets to know you better, yan na, nagsasalita na siya. Pero hindi pa rin ganun kasing ingay, no? Or kasing gulo. So, ang nangyayari pala, pag sa school, napapansin ko, pag nasa Zoom call siya at maingay yung classmates niya, minumute niya. So, ganun siyang klaseng bata. So, she loves it that she can control, no, yung environment niya. So, may mga batang ganun that they thrive in this kind of setting because they can control the volume. And sometimes, no, kasi may mga teachers mahilig pag-game for the quiz. Yung mga apps, minsan maingay, ang lakas ng music.
Yeah.
So, parang, may mga bata, like my daughter, she's very tensionada. So, napaka-tensionada siya. So, every time sasagot siya ng quiz, pinapatay niya rin yung volume. Kasi ayaw niya yung nakaka-stress na music na parang contest. Na
yung concentration nga niya. Yeah.
Yes. How about you, Danica? Like, how's homeschooling now?
Ako, well, like your daughter, Zika, si Kayla naman, she's also a kinesthetic learner. So, nag-thrive din talaga siya sa environment ng school at home. However, because nga of yung restrictions, because of what happened, because of this pandemic, na-miss rin niya to go out, have her like art classes with her friends. Kasi everything has to be done online. So, ganyan din, like ganyan ang ginawa namin. We also tried our best to adjust, even as parents na parang, how can we make them parang feel entertained pa rin? How can they adjust to yung online teaching? 'Di ba sanay siya na you see the teacher, 'di ba kahit tutor mo, nakakasama mo, nahahawakan mo, nakikita mo. So now everything has to be online. But thankfully, again, naka-adjust sila ulit. And then my kids naman, like yung son ko kasi he's older na. So he's more independent. So yan, marami pa ako i-share sa'yo later and also to our mommy viewers na nanonood sa atin. Thank you nga pala also for tuning in and for being with us this afternoon. But now, we'd like to share with them, Ginger. So ako na mauuna, I will do a mini tour of our very own study setup.
Hey!
So eto, so makikita nyo dyan. So here, that's us. I think this is our study room. So, we have a room na, actually dati tong playroom. Tapos since mas malaki na sila, kinonvert ko into a study room. They still have toys here. Pero parang more na mas mga libro and the stuff that they need. So, yan kami. We also do our art here. So, kompleto na everything that they need. The easel, the paints, and then lessons nila dito na. Sometimes, kapag kunwari hindi nagkakasundo yung dalawang magkapatid, one kid will have to go to the dining room, mag-aaral. So, in school at home, do what works, diba?
Yes, true.
Hindi rin kasi natin alam yung stress then also that the kids are feeling. So, I think we also have to be, like what you said, you have to be aware, alamin. So, this is Kita's study table. This is hers. The one kanina was mixed. This is hers, so you can see naman siya sa little Christmas tree pa there and her drawing ng the glass. And then she has like some of her books. So this is her during an online class. So her math. Okay, because Teacher Joanna, our teacher, teaches math and English. So ako na with the rest of the subjects. Kay teacher yung mahirap. Kay teacher!
Grabe, ang sipag mo ha. Pero I can imagine.
But it's best to have a teacher who's so patient and so kind. So ayan, again, what I've said a while ago, Kayla's very artistic. So she likes to, sometimes you can leave her for hours painting. Diba? So, gusto niya yan. May music pa yan sa background. Talagang, kaya niyang aliwin yung sarili niya.
Yeah, I love it, no, na parang may balance talaga of like academics and also other activities.
Yeah, kailangan talaga eh. Kasi like, especially, buti kasi now, kahit papano, they're allowed to go out here sa village. I mean, sa park. But of course, with
Yes.
masks and yan, social distancing.
Mm-mm.
But nung time na hindi, 'di ba?
Nako.
Parang mauubusan ka rin ng activities for the kids. And
Yeah, nako, I feel ganyan din yung mga mommies na nanonood, no? Kasi yun yung
right.
naging challenge for all of us talaga, maghanap ng, kasi lagi nila sabihin, ako, bored ako, wala akong magawa
Yes,
dito sa
yes.
bahay, no?
At saka may ibang kids, I heard that, kunwari, they'll turn off their video or yung ganon. So, eto, at least makakapag-share tayo how we can make the environment conducive. So like for me, nilagay ko yung mga gamit nila, if you've seen in the photos, like everything is within reach. So kung nandiyan, kailangan katabi na nila yung art materials, kung ano yung kailangan nila, nandiyan na sa area nila. Para hindi na sila pupunta sa kusina, pupunta sa ganyan. Yun yung nakakadagdag ng distractions eh. Yung tapos away from the TV or whatever na alam natin na distract sa kanila. And kanina I saw a photo of your study area. Baka you can show a tour. So paano yung nalagpasan nyo yung mga challenges also. Baka you can...
Sure. So, I'll share with you then yung like how we did it naman, no, sa house. So, ang pinaka-importante talaga, the first thing that we did nung pandemic was really separate the space of Zika versus our space. Kasi we are also working from home. So, both me and my husband we have a business. So, we run our business from home. And normally, we are on Zoom calls as well or online calls as well all throughout the day. So, ang hirap kasi, Dani, kapag maingay, di ba? Kahit na nasa labas, sometimes, oh my gosh, sometimes like music class ni Zika. Pag nagda-drum sila, like parang louder, naririnig sa mga sa calls namin. So, yun yung mga challenges talaga, no, in terms of like the physical space. And hindi naman malaki yung bahay namin. So, this is where she studies. So, mapapansin mo, good lighting as well. Because things like that, no, like tayo mga magulang, no, we need to be very detailed when it comes to that.
Yes.
Kasi, like for example, napapansin ko during these times, masakit sa mata nila, lalo na sa hapon. Kasi kung mag-online calls like Zika, no, she wakes up at 7:30, mga 7:30, 7:15, and then pinapaliguan siya, and then after that, I prepare already her breakfast. Mamaya, I'll tell you more about the breakfast na, but sobrang easy lang naman. So, after that, all throughout the morning and afternoon until mga 2:30, she has calls sunod-sunod. So, can you just imagine para sa bata? Diba? Kung tayo lang
I was gonna say that. Tayo nga napapagod.
See, moms think alike.
Again, what's this? I saw, I can see na parang yan din all her materials are there na.
Yes, just like you. Kasi, di ba, I told you na talagang panikera siya. So, pag malapit na yung class niya, natataranta siya, kailangan lahat ng gamit niya nandyan. So, just like you, I put everything there. So, alam mo naman tayo, para tayong bookstore, nandyan na lahat ng mga gamit. No?
And she has like her corner, no? I saw that, with the light pa, complete.
Yes. So, yan. Ganyan yung kanyang study area. And then, sa hapon naman, when it like for example after 2:30, no, what we do, just like you, meron kaming math tutor to teach her. Sometimes meron siyang hip hop classes. Kasi importante. Nice. Yes, importante yan dahil we always need to keep them moving and have pa rin physical activities. Kasi maliit lang yung space. That's her naman. Meron din siyang voice lessons.
Ang cute. Ano yan? Online din, syempre, muna.
Yes, online din. At alam mo, Danica, siya yung humingi niyan. Yung, kunwari, yung voice lessons and even yung math tutor. Because when she grows up, gusto daw niya maging programmer. And alam, oo nga parang daddy niya. Kasi daddy niya programmer. summer. So, yun, let's be aware kung ano din yung mga hilig ng mga ating anak.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Support natin sila. Magandang way yan na parang i-enhance natin yung skills habang gusto nila yan. Let's help them explore different activities. So yan. So physical activities, very important yan. No? Let's keep them moving as well. So kahit na hindi kayo mag-enroll ng mga classes, no, but ang maganda, sometimes we do exercise as a family as well.
Oh, yeah,
So meron kaming area for exercise and all of these things. And then, lastly, meron din kaming, like in the afternoon, we do game streaming, no? So we stream games.
You're a streaming family, right?
Yes. So we play games, Danica. So we play like...
Watch your games.
Ay, nako, iba-iba. Like yung mga, di ba, Roblox, yung mga Animal Crossing.
Kala mo, maalam ako sa games no?
Nako, you should try. Kasi ang saya din Ang saya din as a family that you get to play and enjoy with your kids. Plus, for yourself as well. Kasi I'm sure tayong mga mommies nakakalimutan natin that we also need to de-stress, to relax, to have time for ourselves and learn as much as we can as well at a time like this. No, we need to upskill also. Yun. So that's how we do it naman.
Yeah. Thank you, Ginger. And siguro added tip din, no? Maganda rin talaga yung naka-schedule. No? Na parang aware tayo sa schedule ng lahat, like ng buong pamilya. Like kunwari, sila Ginger, they shared that they work from home. So like ako din, so baka mamaya nagkasabay kayo ng Zoom call or nagkasabay kayo ng, di ba? So,
how do you keep schedules, Danica, sa family ninyo?
Kasi like kami, hindi kami purely online. So we do modules, right? So most of my meetings talaga, as much as possible, are scheduled after classes na. Para I won't get distracted. So even ako, everything that I have to do for myself, like even the exercising and all that, I have to schedule it after. Now, let's say, sometimes hindi talaga kaya. It has to be like morning. Hindi may iwasan na umalis or to do something the time na may homeschool. What I do is, kunwari, the next day, yung hindi ko nagawa, babawiin ko the next day. So, homeschool naman kasi is flexible It's very flexible. So, pwede kang bumawi. Sometimes nga, if pag kailangan, like I remember we took a long break because of vacation nung time na hindi pa pandemic. Nag-out of the country kami for how many weeks. Pag uwi namin, pumayag sila to have a Saturday class. Pero yung mga mabilisan lang. So, parang meron kaming main schedule. So, Mick has a schedule, Kayla, and then ako, I have a whiteboard sa taas. So, kailangan alam namin para nasusunod. There are days na hindi po nasusunod. Yes, may days na hindi po nasusunod. Especially if, hindi mo naman kasi malalaman kung ano mangyayari. Kung may emergency or may bigla ang meeting na kailangan ako, let's say, dun sa business. So, I can easily adjust. But more often than not, we try our best to really follow the schedule. Kasi kung hindi, pag masyadong relax, pwedeng mapabayaan yung lessons, yung modules, mahuli ka sa submission.
Yes.
Or if masyado namang uptight, like what you said, how will we get to know our kids? How will they be able to explore their other talents as well?
Yeah. And I think tama ka, no, Danica, like a time like this, kung saan bata sila, like my kid is just less than 10 years old, diba? So this is the time talaga when we instill discipline. So schedules really help a lot. Napapansin ko like for my family, I mean, some families naman, it may work na wala silang schedule, no? But for us, no, this is the time kasi that you put structure also into their lives. And a lot has changed diba? So yung mga things going on around us, hindi mo, ang daming uncontrollable things. So, us as human beings, we lean towards things that we can control, no? So, by setting a schedule, napapansin ko, I feel so much at ease, no? Mas relax ako, mas kampante ako. But tama ka, there are times na nagpapalitan yung schedule or parang wala kang magagawa, you can't control that. But those are just sometimes and you have to just adjust, no? But most of the time talaga may structure and that really helps a lot. Yeah.
Hindi, tsaka aminin natin, tayong mga mommy, minsan, ang memory, nakakalimutan.
Naku, totoo.
Ang daming ginagawa, 'di ba? Kinakailangan ng konting
Yeah, paano ka nagre-write ng mga to-do lists mo for your kids or mga may mga ganun ka ba, mga checklists and all?
Yeah, may sa schedule nila, may maliit na space doon where I write what they have to do. Or kunwari sa whiteboard, lalagay ko na lang na parang finish this, ganyan. So, but ang ginawa kasi namin, na medyo inagahan kasi namin mag-start. Kaya medyo relax kami ngayon. Kasi medyo nagkaroon talaga kami ng konting extra time.
May lead time.
Yes, we started early. And then yan din, important talaga to the mommies watching, kailangan mag-exercise kayo. If you can't enroll your kids on a parang online class or whatever, ang dami sa mga YouTube, di ba? Kahit sa mga daming apps dyan na pwede rin for the kids or online na mga pwede nilang gayahin, i-paint. Kami nga ginawa namin nung hindi pa talaga makalabas, nung hindi pa GC. Lahat kami, including our helpers, our angels here, and including our driver, nagzo-zumba kami. Nanonood lang kami ng online. O kaya yung Just Dance, yung mga ganyan. Tapos sabay-sabay kami. Kasi papawis kailangan talaga yun, di ba?
Yeah. At saka lalo na, tama very important. Tapos parang for moms who are working also, Danica, parang marami dyan na nagtatrabaho pa rin from home, no? So it's very hard for us to like set boundaries when it comes to work also, di ba? Work and basically, family life, no? After. So talagang maganda yung ginagawa mo na may mga Zumba and stuff. Para alam mong parang ito yung time natin na downtime natin or ito yung time natin with the family as well.
Tsaka yung yung parang we can also teach them life skills, di ba? Yung mga hindi nila nagagawa because they're so busy with school before. Di ba? Syempre yung traffic going to school, pag uwi, all the kids are busy na. So, minsan di na nila naasikaso yung chores. So, now that they're mostly home, now is also a good time when we can teach them life skills din, di ba?
Yeah, to add to that, no, importante yung life skills. Kasi like what we do, share ko lang din sa mga mommies na this is the time when you can give the parang more autonomy to your kids, no? Yung pag may decision na kailangan, like for little things, kasi nandiyan ka naman to guide them you're near them physically, diba? So this is the time na pag may mga decisions na kailangan, you allow them sometimes to make decisions on their own. For example, yung workspace ni Zika, meron siya mga pictures doon ng mga favorite cartoon characters niya. So naglagay siya at minasking tape niya sa dingding namin ang mga pictures nung cartoon characters niya. Kasi daw gusto niya parang happy kasi, 'di ba? Happy kailangan we have to maintain that happy mood, that positive energy when they're going through their classes. So, sabi ko, sige, you can do whatever you want, decorate mo yan, whichever way you want or however way you want. So, naglagay siya doon, nilagyan niya study zone, Zika study zone.
So, parang now natututo rin sila, no, na even if they're home, mas nagiging confident sila. Diba?
Yes.
Let's focus on the positive side, diba? So, speaking of what is important, diba? Napaka-importante rin talaga to make sure that your child starts their day right with the proper nutrition for breakfast. So, umpisa pa lang, diba? With the right kind of breakfast, your child would have the energy and focus to study and be alert for a long day of classes. So, diba, Ginger, yan ang importante. It's a very important meal.
Yes, definitely.
Palang dapat tama na yung binibigay natin or pinapakain natin sa kids so that they can sustain everything. Diba yung kailangan nilang gawin? They will have energy. So ikaw, Ginger, can you share your Zika's favorite breakfast?
Yes, wait. Nabanggit ko yan kanina. So, ito ang kanyang favorite breakfast.
Oh my
There.
God!
This is Koko Krunch. So, I'm sure dahil nakikita ko meron ka rin dyan, Koko Krunch, no? So,
Yes.
this is Zika's favorite. And ako rin, no, as a mom, I like it too because it's full of nutrients. So, sobrang daming nutrients. It has B2. So, na yun. It has B2. It has B3. So, meron din siyang B6, meron siyang iron, meron siyang calcium, at saka whole grain pa yan, plus whole grain. Tapos, napakasarap nito lalo na pag may milk as well. So, dagdag nutrients pa yon, di ba?
Super sarap. Actually, agree ako dyan, Ginger. Kaya, hindi ako magpapatalo sa'yo.
Yes!
Yung Koko Crunch box. Pagagawa ako nito sa kids. It's so good talaga. Especially with si Kayla, favorite din niya to, like Zika. And Koko Crunch yun ang breakfast niya every day. And like what I mentioned nga, even I love the taste. And along with the nutrients of Koko Crunch, tapos may milk pa, ang pwede nyo pang gawin is to make it more nutritious. You can add fruits, apples. So pag ginagawa ko yan, 'di ba? That way, assured ako na healthy si Kayla. And actually ako din. Healthy na rin ako. Kasi nga, I also eat with her sometimes yung Koko Crunch. So talagang dapat talaga umpisa pa lang ng araw natin or ng kids is we give them the right kind of breakfast, which is
Koko Krunch. Ang dali-dali pa nito, di ba, Danica? Like, kunwari ako for a busy mom like me, ang dami kong gagawin sa umaga. Kasi puro meetings na yan mula 9 o'clock, di ba? So, it's very simple to prepare. Yun yung gusto ko dito.
Oo. Milk or without milk, di ba, to make it more nutritious, add fruits. So yan, para naman they can always have the energy and the focus that they need. Gaya nga ng sabi ni Ginger, di ba? Sometimes the kids have a long day kahit nasa bahay lang sila. And also, to our mommy viewers, we have a very special code for you sa screen. So if you want to access Koko Crunch, you want to shop for Koko Crunch right now, i-type nyo lang yung code dyan sa comment section and then click para diretso, makakapag-shop na sila agad dyan, Ginger, for Koko Crunch.
Ayan, bilhin na sila. Kasi ako nagsa-stock up ako niyan eh.
Oo nga. Ito, meron pa ako isa doon. Tapos meron din sila yung may isang flavor. The one with the white.
Yes, oo. Yung isang variant.
Oo, that's yummy also. So, also to the mommy viewers and our audience na kasama natin ngayon, you might have some questions para sa amin. You may type it sa comment section and baka meron din kayong mga tanong tungkol sa school at home. Ginger and I will try our best para masagot namin yan and sana makatulong din kami in our own little way para naman din lahat tayo may matutunan sa isa't isa.
Yes.
So, Ginger?
Yes, ready na. And if you have like experiences sa mga mommies who are watching that you want to share, just share them.
Yeah, oo. Yeah. Tayo rin may matututunan from them. That's why ito talaga yung purpose nitong ating session for today, 'di ba? It's to learn from each other.
Each other, correct.
Talaga madali, but when you have other moms na nakakasama mo, kahit papaano mas lumalakas yung loob mo.
Yes.
Diba? Okay, so
I think we have questions already, no?
Yeah, okay. So first question natin. Okay. All right. Okay. When you see your child losing focus while studying, is it better to allow them to take a break, have their baon to re-energize, or do you just help them finish studying right away? Ginger, ikaw muna ang question number 1.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, for my case, what I do is I allow her to rest. Kasi I think we are in an environment, especially for us also adults, hindi lang for our kids, that we are urged to do a lot of things all the time. That's so pag nag-bum around ka or pag nag-relax ka lang ng konti, ang tingin sa'yo, hindi ka na productive, wala ka nang ginagawa sa buhay. But that's not the case. Do you know that the most productive people are the people who take time talaga out to rest, di ba? And for athletes, I'm sure alam mo to, Danica. And for athletes, kailangan, di ba, sa athletes, kailangan nila mag-rest. May rest day talaga sila. So, for me, for kids, if may times na talagang kailangan nila at nakikita mo parang restless sila, have them rest for a while, have them eat their baon, no, and re-energize, drink water, always important as well to hydrate. So yon, that's for me. How about for you,
That's
Danica?
true. You know, Ginger, dagdagan ko yung sinabi mo about rest. Because rest is really very important. And oftentimes, tinitake natin for granted. Especially tayong mga nanay. Isip natin na, naku, kailangan matapos na to, kailangan gawin na to. Kasi feeling mo, magkakamali ka pag hindi ka productive. But like what Ginger nga said, the more ka pagod, the more na hindi mo mabibigay yung best mo. And like the athlete, di ba? If they're overworked, kulang sila sa rest, kaya din sila nagkakaroon ng mga injuries. Di ba? So with their kids, iwasan natin yung nababurn out sila. Especially those who, kahit mapa-online or whether you're homeschooling, using your books or kayo mismo nagtuturo, kids can get burnt out. And we have to be careful of that, na parang instead na excited sila mag-aral, nakikwento mo pa lang na, bukas may school, ayaw na naman. Parang you want them to love learning, di ba?
Oh. Kaya napapansin ko yan na, Danica, like kunwari kami, we always encourage that studying is actually like studying through play. Diba? You can do that kasi habang masaya or in a good mood sila, they get to absorb more things. So it's not na parang, diba sometimes mahilig tayo, dapat mag-aral ka kahit na alam mong pagod na sila, pinipilit natin. So parang hindi nila ma-absorb din if they're in that kind of mood or situation.
That's true. Oo, sobrang importante. I'm so happy na na-mention mo talaga yung rest na yan kasi it's very important talaga. And for all you know, pag yung konting 5 to 10 minute rest na yon, baka parang mas nagkaroon pa ng mga new and fresh ideas yung mga anak natin, di ba?
Yes, that's true. Okay, I think we have our next question. Ikaw naman, ikaw yung unang sasagot nito.
Next question.
How often do you help your child do homework or study? So how often?
Sa akin, as often as they want or as often as they need me, kung kailangan talaga nila ako, I'm there. Kasi yun you have to learn together also, but not to the point naman na I'll do everything for them. I'm just there to guide and to help. Diba? Usually, I ask questions dun sa homework na alin dyan yung di mo naintindihan. Or parang kunwari, bakit sa tingin mo yan ang sagot? Why do you think ito yung nangyari? So, in a way, you don't know, you're having like a simple conversation with them. You don't know that you're already helping them to come up with their own answer. Diba? Parang yung pagtulong dapat natin sa kanila is at the end of the day, sila pa rin yung gagawa nung decision or sila pa rin yung sasagot. Pero parang ipaprod mo lang, gagawa ka lang ng ways na para lumabas yung sarili nilang opinion. So,
that's true. Alam mo, like, ganun din naman kami, no? Talagang parang you always have to be there to support and guide them. Pero alam mo, Danica, minsan nagigilty ako. Total real talk to, di ba?
Yeah nga,
So, minsan nagigilty din ako kasi, syempre, sometimes work, di ba? Work gets in the way. And then, paglalapit sila, minsan, hindi mo pigilan, minsan maiinis ka kasi if you're super stressed or super busy, diba? So I'm sure maraming mommies na ganyan din, no? So, maybe, let's just look back on times like that, forgive yourself na lang. And then, kasi, alam mo yun, that's
pag nag-aaway sila, yan, dyan umiinit ang ulo ko.
Diba? Kasi that's the best thing that you can do. And be conscious about it. So, ganun mula nung time na parang nangyari sa akin yun, na parang inisip ko, why am I working? I'm working, syempre, for my kids. But when my kids need me, I'm not there at this point in time. Diba? So yun yung nakapag-jolt sa akin or yung nakapag-open ng mata ko, diba? That opened my eyes actually to the reality and the reason why I'm working. And we should always be there for our kids at times like that. So yun, sobrang naging intentional na ako about like really helping them really helping her pag kailangan niya.
Pero ganun talaga I think even tayong mga moms, sabi nga nila kahit daw yung mga anak yung nag-homeschool, parang tayo yung estudyante. Kasi we're learning also from them, di ba? Natututo rin tayo. sa pag-guide natin sa kanila, tayo rin, we are also learning new things.
Yes. And wala namang, there's no age
Walang
limit, di ba? And wala rin perfect. Walang age limit to learning, walang perfect, di ba? Wala namang school ng pagiging mommy at daddy, di ba? So, kaya natin yan.
Kaya natin yan, yeah. That's why, I'm learning a lot from you, Gustong-gusto ko yung mga sinishare mo, and I hope also yung mga mommy viewers natin, sana medyo nakakatulong din yung amin na share today.
Yes.
So, yan, meron pa ba tayo? I think we have more questions.
Yes.
Okay, ayan. Ito. Yan ang naging medyo issue ng marami ngayon, including me, dahil nga nung nag-quarantine, di ba? Do you limit your child's time on their gadgets?
Yan. Okay, sige. I'll take naman this first, no? So, okay, for me, yes, I limit during weekdays, especially if may school siya. So, walang gadgets talaga during the hours na may school. Thankfully, yung school nila, they don't give as much homework, no? So, talagang whatever it is that they need to learn, they learn during the Zoom calls or the online calls, no? So, ganun sila. So, nangyayari na lang is after school, that's when she can talagang touch the gadgets and play with them, no? Hindi talaga pwedeng hawakan ng gadget. So, pero, yeah, more than that though, no? I think, Danica, nung nagchichikahan tayo the other day, nabanggit ko sa'yo na it's not about the time only that you spend on the gadgets. We, as parents, should see ano ba ang kanilang vinivisit na sites. More of safety, security, and privacy also, no? Hindi lang yung oras, but also those things. We need to be aware, and we need to teach them the foundations of privacy, diba? You don't give out your names, you don't give out your address, you don't give out all personal information that can be harmful to them later on. And also yung sites. That's why we love playing with them, because dual purpose siya. Syempre bonding and happiness, di ba? But at the same time, we want to see sino bang kausap nito online, di ba? How about you, Danica?
Ako, we try our best to limit. Nung una kasi, nung nag-start yung quarantine, medyo hindi masyadong na-limit. Kasi parang yung excuse nila parang, we don't get to see our friends na nga so this is our way of communicating with them online, ganyan. Pero pag napansin namin, parang sumobra naman yung like, ang dali na nilang mainis, excited na bibilisan nila yung worksheets nila para makalaro na sila ng gadget. So, sabi namin, teka lang, parang medyo na ano yata. So, we had to reassess yung rules namin, tsaka yung ano nga ba yung gusto namin mangyari. So, syempre nung una parang ano sila, pero eventually they understood. Tsaka sabi namin na walang masama. Pero yung kung kunwari, wala ka na bang wala ka na bang ibang inisip, but you're only thinking of the gadget, then that's when it becomes wrong. Because there are other things that you can do, and they might have other talents pa din kasi na explore dahil kunwari ilang hours na nakatutok sa gadget. So, we allow, pero yun na nga, like you, dapat hindi yung hours din na nag-aaral sila, or supposedly dapat natapos na yung mga kailangan nilang gawin. Tapos we ask them to take breaks. So, kunwari, like after a few minutes or an hour, parang rest mo muna yung mata mo, kasi yun din yung in-advise nung friend namin na ophthalmologist na para hindi masira yung mata, parang rest mo muna yung mata mo, pikit lang, or yun, tingin ka sa green, diba? Like before na mention mo. Oo.
Yeah.
Yun yan. And then, yun, important din talaga na hindi dahil uso, download lang ng download. Kasi you don't know, baka mamaya, napunta na sila sa sites that are not safe nga.
Yes. And also to add to that, no, Danica, we also lead by modeling. 'Di ba? Parang as parents kasi kailangan din na parang kung anong ginagawa mo, yun yung nakikita kasi ng anak ninyo. So we need to lead by example. So very important na kunwari when you're eating together, I'm sure Danica also you eat together, no? Like during breakfast and lunch and dinner. So as much as possible, you stay together and don't touch gadgets during those times para you can communicate also and talk to your kids, diba?
Actually, totoo yan. Kasi pag kung ano yung nakikita ng kid mo, pwede nilang ibalik sa'yo eh. Parang I remember, yung husband ko kasi gamer din siya. So like, he was playing Dota, tapos parang yung son namin, oh, how about you, daddy? How come you can play? And then sabi ni Mark sa kanya, I'm playing now, but I'm done working. I was able to clean. I was able to feed the pets. Parang nagawa ko na lahat ng kailangan kong gawin. And I'm not gonna play like forever. Na parang, and kunwari, when you need me, do I say, parang do I complain? No. The minute that you need me, nandyan ako. So, games are not bad. But if parang it gets the best of you na, yun na yun. So parang, okay, natahimik siya.
Oh, I love it!
Pero naman eh, kasi like yun. Tapos minsan, yung kids ko rin dati, like what you said, nag-phone ako kasi parang tumawag yung mom ko or something. So, nag-phone ako sa table. Tapos sabi ng daughter ko, oh, mommy, di ba you said no phone on the table? Nanonood talaga sila. So, minsan kahit hindi natin alam, ino-observe din nila yung mga galaw natin eh, no?
Totoo. Naku, ganyan din si Zika. Yung parang naninita din.
Oo. Tapos minsan nakakatawa pa yung son ko. Parang nagsiset siya ng yung screen time.
Yes, oo.
So, titignan niya yung kung sinong may pinaka mahabang screen time sa amin lahat.
Oh, wow!
Anong app yung pinakamaraming screen time, parang ganyan. So parang
ang cute.
Yung dad, most screen time mo sa Messenger, mga ganyan.
Nakakatawa naman yun.
Pinupulis din nila kami. But again, back to the question, yes, hindi naman like i-limit. Kasi rin bata pa sila. I don't think also kaya pa nila na like us na mag-continue. Kasi even nga old people sometimes get addicted, diba? So, I feel na habang bata pa sila, we can guide them. And then, eventually, they'll also learn na rin na parang when it's their time to stop, ay, teka lang, medyo mabigat na yung mata ko, parang pahinga muna.
Yeah, to decipher for themselves and decide. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I think we have another question here. Ikaw naman ang sasagot. So, hands-on, meron natin dito. Hands-on mom ka ba when you see your child having trouble with his classes? How do you help them?
Yeah. Ako, parang since nga, hati kasi kami, may ibang online and then may iba na parang I teach with the textbook and some of the modules. So, ako talaga yung tutulong.
Wala nang ibang tao.
So, iba yung case ko. But, when I see, like, kunwari my daughter, let's say, nakikita ko na parang di siya masyado nakikinig kunwari sa online. Parang I'll tell her, oh, Kayla, parang finish that na, listen to Teacher Joanna, so we can parang play na, yung ganon. So, nandun din ako, hands-on in a way na I'm also there to guide them, sinisita ko sila. But at the same time, like kunwari, my son, malaki na siya. Medyo mas binibigyan ko na siya ng konting independence. Na, okay, this is what you have to do today. Tapos yung mga hirap siyang subjects, then we discuss together. Tapos, pag di niya na, sige, okay, pagtulungan natin yan. But fortunately kasi, like my son, very fast learner talaga siya. So, hindi talaga siya masyadong matanong when it comes to his subjects. It's more of, I have to guide them. Kasi nga, madali rin silang ma-distract. Like, ito nga topic natin na, syempre, kunwari, minsan, di ba, like, ngayon, ang dami nagpapadeliver. Di ba? Narinig lang nila yung doorbell, who's that? Parang ganon. Nadidistract sila. Or pag pumasok yung pets namin, ganyan. So, ano talaga, I would say that, yes, I'm hands-on. But at the same time, I also allow them to explore din and to be independent para matuto din sila ng, kumbaga, accountability rin eh. Diba?
Yeah. Totoo. Like for us naman parents talaga, yun yung goal natin, no? Parang dapat maging independent adults sila later on in life. And yeah, in my case, ganun din. So, kasi may mga assignments or let's say yung mga homework, no, na ayaw talaga ng teachers kasi na may time na baka mamaya yung parents yung gumagawa. So they really see to it na yung whatever it is, no, yung mga seat work, talagang sa harap nila, sa harap ng online call ginagawa. So wala masyadong really guidance unless like may time nga, like for math, diba, I told you na parang meron kaming tutor for math. Yeah. The reason why is, talagang lumapit siya, like sabi niya, Mommy, I think I need help with math so that I can understand better. So yun yung time na talagang, nagkumuha na lang ako ng tutor talaga to help her out, like on a regular basis. Pero yung mga some stuff, kasi nasa loob ako ng kwarto, like this is my office space, and sa labas siya. So when I normally would go out to get water, nakikinig-kinig ako. Like tinitignan ko, nagre-recite siya or nagre-recite. Oo, yan. Tapos may mga times kasi na parang, alam mo yung, ewan ko, binabang niya kasi diba kinesthetic nga, binabang niya yung notebook niya, may mga naglalaro-laro doon. So kami ng husband ko, napapansin ko, pag napapansin namin ganon, sinasabi namin, Zika, are you listening? Ganyan. Sabi niya, yes, I'm listening. Kasi 'di ba, most of us, sometimes we just go on and say, wag mong galawin yan, makinig ka. 'Di ba? Parang something like that. So kami, we just check para parang it seems that we're just like, okay, we're just here just in case you don't understand, teacher. Pero we won't tell you kasi baka that's her way of focusing. Yung malikot yung kamay. So baka nagfo-focus siya pag naglalaro siya ng pencil. So hinahayaan na lang namin siya na gumalaw. Pero that's how we check. We ask her na lang.
Yeah, that's nice. Yung open yung communication nyo then with your kids. Like what Ginger was sharing with us. 'Di ba mga mommy, sometimes kasi we just have to ask them. Minsan nga parang akala nyo lang, hindi nila gets. Pero pag gusto lang nilang makita nyo, tapos biglang pag in-explain sa'yo, kuha mo naman pala eh.
Yeah.
Yung sagot mo eh. Diba?
Exactly. Totoo. Tapos tuwa pa sila pagka, kunwari, nakukuha niya yung sagot, pumupunta pa yun dito, parang, I got the answer right! Parang, ang cute-cute lang nila talaga.
Alam mo, meron din pala sa some channels also in YouTube na parang merong like mga nice or parang mga math videos. Kasi naalala ko, kasi like ako, pagdating ng mga grade for mga pagpataas na yung math, ayoko na magturo.
Ang hirap na no?
Kasi parang may way. Fortunately, yung son ko, magaling sa math. Pero parang, if kunwari naboboard na sila sa sobrang books, meron mga sites din na pinupuntahan. Tapos ang cute ng mga graphics, like kunwari, how to, kunwari, multiply fractions. Tapos may mga graphics siya na pinapakita. So yung bata, naaaliw siya. While watching, parang it's another way na siguro you can teach nga your kids, tapos it's another way lang din na meron din silang ibang mapanood din.
Share mo nga sa akin yan, para papanood na ni Zika. Share mo sa akin yan.
Math Antics, yan, yung mga ganyan. Yan yung name.
Sige.
Tapos sunod-sunod na yun eh. Tapos ang galing ng mga graphics kasi. So sila, now I get it. Kasi some kids naman are visual learners. So, mas kailangan nakikita nila. Parang ako, paano ko kaya explain? Parang gano'n. Kasi
mas iba na.
Pag, kunwari, like, i-apply mo talaga. Like, kunwari, nagtinda tayo. This is your capital. And then, ganyan. So, mas naiintindihan niya yung gano'n. Yung kailangan galaw. Diba?
Yes, that's true.
Naman, basta maganda tignan, nabasa nila. So, yan, we can be hands-on. And yun din, wag mahiyang humingi ng tulong. Diba?
Correct.
Hindi sa tutor, let's say, baka you have a co-parent na, let's say, forte niya ang social studies. Magtanong sa kanya, diba? Ang dami ng resources ngayon, especially online, na maaaring makatulong sa ating mga parents, diba? Na parang kung nahihirapan sila on something, then hindi tayo ang lalim, hindi tayo nag-iisa.
Yes, nandito tayo para sumuporta sa isa't isa, di ba?
Yeah.
I like what you said. Yeah, alam mo, Danica, I like what you said about like yung practical way of teaching. Kasi ako, as a parent to, I always thought like, I mean, nasa mind ko na na-visualize ko pa na nasa classroom lang, di ba? And natututo sila from the teacher, ganon. Ganon ang learning for most of us, di ba? Pero tama ka you have to teach kids in a more practical way. Like for example, si Zika, hindi siya magaling magsulat. So, alam mo yun, lumilipad yung letters niya, hindi siya like sa blank talaga. So, what I do, no, sometimes I tell her like, oh, you write on this label kasi mommy has to put it on my notebook. So, yung mga ganong very practical things, or oh, you write down my grocery list for this week para magpa-practice siya. Hindi yung umupo ka, write ka ng letter A, lahat yan, lahat ng blankong yan,
Punuin
A,
mo
B,
yung
C.
your yellow pad. Yellow pad ka
Oh,
lang.
diba? Ang dami ko tuloy grocery kasi kailangan niya mag-practice.
Pero that's nice. And they don't know, or I'm sure si Zika hindi niya alam that you're already teaching her at that time. Na teaching moment na yon, diba?
Diba? Oo.
Actually, minsan mas natututo nga sila sa mas practical din na paraan. Diba?
Yes.
Good point. Butid na ano mo rin.
Yeah, yun.
Share mo din. So yan, do we have any more questions? Ang dami kong natutunan na. I'm so happy.
Ako rin! Ang dami ko natutunan din from you. Yes.
Tsaka sana ma-meet ko si Zika pag natapos na tong pag pwede na silang lumabas. I'm sure...
Play date.
Yes, I'm sure mag-e-enjoy sila ni Kayla.
Yes.
Total pareho silang mahilig
Oo.
Diba?
That's so true. Sige,
Oo.
sige. Usap tayo niyan.
Pwede natin gawin yan soon. At saka yan sa mga mommy viewers natin, di ba? Just take it a day at a time. Di ba? Sometimes kasi ang dami kong mga kakilala na talagang na-pressure na because of the school at home. And just, yun na nga, parang dahan-dahan lang. Hindi naman in one go magiget nyo rin yan na makukuha agad. And then, also we have to be more patient. Kasi even the schools, nabigla rin sila with this setup. So kung may mga adjustments na kailangan, siguro we have to be more forgiving also. Diba? Mga teachers, kasi I heard may mga iba daw parents na nagalit sa teachers, inaway. Parang hindi sila prepared dito sa nangyari. And also, let's not be too hard sa kids din natin. Kasi you know what I noticed also sa mga bata ngayon? They learn super fast.
Yes.
So, just in case lang feeling nyo, parang medyo may hindi lang sila masyadong naintindihan for the first few months nung online, magugulat kayo once they get their groove, once naintindihan nila yan, tuloy-tuloy na yan. Diba?
Totoo. Ganon, napapansin ko rin yan eh. Yeah, tapos alam mo, one of the things that I realized also during this pandemic, kasi nga we're always together as a family, no? This is the best time talaga to teach them about values. So, yan yung mga nakakalimutan natin ituro, no? Na parang we leave it up to other people to teach our kids values. Pero as parents kasi, if we uphold certain values, no? For example, in our family, we really uphold like commitment, no? If we promise something, we deliver, no? We give that. So, kunwari, ipapromise namin siya na, oh, if you study well or if you get good grades, I will give you 10 Roblox or I will buy you this toy. We really deliver. Ganun kami. Yung parang hindi kami magpapaasa sa isa't isa tapos hindi kami mag-deliver because that's one of the values that we uphold. So, as a family, you have to think of what values do you want to instill in your kids. And this is the time to teach them habang sama-sama kayo, diba?
That's true. Tsaka habang di pa sila masyadong distracted. Kasi pag sa labas, pag nasa outside world na, ayan na, ang dami-dami na nilang mga distractions ulit. So, parang, I feel nga that if we teach them values, like what you said, I remember I had this conversation with my son, parang, nainis siya because he had like a few mistakes dun sa kanyang sinagutan. And then I said, sobra siyang pikon na pikon. So, you know what's more important is for you to have patience. Kailangan mapasensya ka. Kasi, you may have like the highest score, pero if your attitude is not right, paglaki mo, sinong kukuha sa'yo? Who will hire you sa trabaho? Sabihin nila, ay, hindi naman mapasensya tong tao na to, kahit matalino, ayoko siya katrabaho. Diba? Pero pag maayos ka na tao, then more people will want to work with you or, diba?
So, that's true. Yeah.
Maganda yan habang nakakasama pa natin sila. Diba?
Yeah.
Na meron tayong nai-instill sa kanila.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I hope marami kayong natutunan sa mga viewers natin. Parang marami pang nanonood at saka I think marami pang questions.
Oh, I think we have one more. Ito naman. Earlier, you both mentioned you give your kids Koko Krunch for breakfast. What is Kayla and Zika's favorite way of enjoying Koko Krunch? Favorite way ni
Ni Zika at ni Kayla. Okay, for Zika, gusto niya actually, like, okay, iba-ibang klase. Like, for breakfast, gusto niya with milk. Pero pag naglalaro kami, kasi syempre mahirap maghawak ng game console, no, or ng keyboard pag naglalaro kami. So, gusto niya walang milk. So, ganun yung mga klase ng...
Parang chips style,
Oo, exactly.
Tapos, popcorn lang.
Oo, in between classes also, bawal 'di ba kumain sa online classes nila. So, ano lang siya, meron siyang parang 15-minute break in between subjects. So, sobrang bilis lang. So, ano lang 'yan, papapak lang 'yan pag gutom. So, ganun din, ganun. So, how about si Kayla, Danica?
Actually, pareho sila. Ganyan lang. Yung milk, tapos minsan lalagyan ng mga konting ako minsan lalagyan ko ng fruits. Pero more often than not, mas gusto niya talaga yung just Koko Krunch with milk. Masaya na siya dun. Kasi it's flavorful, 'di ba? And tamang-tama lang din yung taste niya for the kids. So, hindi ako talaga nagkaka-problem like kung ano pang for added nutrition lang if you wanna add something. But actually, also likes it na as is lang. Ganyan, kakainin niya na parang
Sarap kasi. Pati ako minsan pumapapakan eh. 'Di ba? Habang naglalaro.
Nagawa niya. Minsan may mood siya, gusto niya crunchy. Medyo weird. Pero minsan may gusto niyang medyo patunawin ng konti. Kasi gusto niya pag chocolatey na yung milk.
Yeah. Totoo, mahalo kasi, di ba? Yung flavor. That's
may ganun
interesting.
Siya. So there, di ba? Parang, I'm so happy kasi right now, dami natin natututunan din. Like how to start your day right, di ba? And then also, ang dami kong nakuhang mga tips din sa'yo. And thank you din sa mga questions ng mga mommy viewers, diba, na nagpadala sa atin. Kasi kahit pa paano, even if tayo yung nag-answer ng questions, naaalala natin ano nga ba yung nag-work? Ano nga ba yung mga pwede natin, ano nga ba yung mga nagawa namin na tama? Or ano yung mga nagawa namin na mali na para pwedeng i-improve? Diba?
Yeah.
I'm so happy you joined me today. And I'm so
thank you also, Danica. Dami ko rin natutunan from you, no? And I hope after this pandemic, we can really get to see each other and spend time, no? Yung mga kids natin can play with each other. And sa mga mommy viewers, siguro yung last tip ko lang is really like, just chill and just relax, no? Everything, meron katapusan naman to, no? So this is not forever. Things will change eventually. So, yeah, and we're just here for support. Don't forget to reach out, gaya na sinabi ni Danica kanina. Don't forget to reach out for support because we can help each other.
Oo, tama yan. Di kayo nag-iisa. We can always count on each other for support. And then, like yun na nga, dagdagan ko yung sinabi ni Ginger, take it a day at a time. You know, hindi, kailangan nyo rin magpahinga. Sometimes, parang, you just have to keep calm and then enjoy yung moment. You know, hindi sila forever mga bata. I know most of us are getting stressed sometimes. Ako nga, kahit third year na namin to, minsan may times na parang, ano ba to? Ang daming gagawin. But then I remind myself na parang, yung moment ko na yon with my kids, hindi ko na mababalik yun. Diba?
Yeah.
Yun na yun Parang hindi na ako pwede mag-rewind. Kaya nga, diba, pag minsan titignan ko yung mga na mga bata, parang, laki na nila, parang pause, kung may pause button lang, ginawa na natin yun. And I'm sure you can relate and the other mommy viewers can relate. Kaya, thank you so much to everybody, to the moms who stayed with us this afternoon. Thank you so much for taking part in the Fuel Happiness with Koko Krunch session today. We hope that you were able to learn something from us para naman sa pag-start ulit ng school at home after nitong Christmas break, prepared na tayong lahat. And for those mommy viewers naman, yung ating audience na hindi pa nakakatry ng Koko Krunch, please don't forget you can type in our special code para you can easily shop for Koko Krunch right away, diba? Start your day right with Koko Krunch. Don't forget yung special code natin. Type and then lalabas na agad yung link so you can easily shop for Koko Krunch. Special thanks also to our mommy guest, Ginger Arboleda. Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you for being so open, for being so real, through sharing your experiences and of course our advice to all our mommies out there. Maraming salamat sa iyo.
You're welcome, Danica, and thank you so much to you as well kasi ang dami ko ring natutunan from you and to all the questions, no, for all the questions na pinadala niyo. Thank you so much for tuning in also, moms.
Tama. Yes, maraming salamat sa lahat ng nag-participate at sa lahat ng sumama sa amin. This afternoon, Ginger, I'm looking forward to that play date, ha?
Yes. Lagay ko na sa calendar. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And of course, to all the mommy viewers who are watching with us, maraming salamat sa inyo. And we hope that you'll be able to apply the tips that we have just shared para maging masaya ang inyong school at home and so that learning can be easier for both you and your child. Once again, I am Danica Soto Pingris. Good afternoon.